You probably knew this item was coming up, didn't you? They've left audiences aghast with their ability to read thoughts and choose to be called thought readers, saying they have the ability to feel other people's thoughts. Les met up with the Evasons.
You know, when it comes to things that are unexplainable, ESP, the paranormal, the reading of thoughts, I am definitely a skeptic. But as they say, seeing is believing, and after seeing our next act, I am becoming more of a believer.
Known as the world's best mentalist duo, Tessa and Jeff Everson have astonished millions with their amazing mind power show.
No, I've never asked you your name. There's nothing set up with you and me or you and Tessa. Stand up. See if you get his name. Try, Tess.
I will try.
Won't you get it now?
Some people call you Matt. Some people call you Matthew.
What is your name? Matthew.
Thank you. Please think of your name, ma'am. Is that Peggy?
Is your name Peggy?
Yes.
It's a short name. It's an easy name, isn't it, Brad?
What's your first name?
Brad.
Brad?
All right.
This is Brad. Thanks a lot.
The Evasons have astounded audiences in 28 countries around the world with their magical show. They've been called the new mentalists and appear to achieve the impossible. Anything from reading minds to moving objects to predicting the future, all with the sheer power of their thoughts.
And is there any way that you think Tessa could know the name of this young girl?
Absolutely not.
Kayla?
What is this girl's name? What is...
Kayla.
Is Kayla? He wants to know if you can get Kayla's sister's name.
Oh, very interesting how I get a sense that the sound of AY is also in your other daughter's name. Lindsay? Lindsay.
Being skeptical by nature, we decided to gain some insight into the amazing Everson phenomenon when they were performing at Monte Casino in Cape Town recently.
My microphone and Tessa will tell you when...
Everybody has it, and we say it, but it's many different components of ESP, but most people don't ever pay attention to it.
With your skill, how much is innate and how much do you learn?
I think most of it is learned. Some people are better at it than others. People always ask us, or they'll refer to Tessa, because it's really Tessa, and they'll say, when did you discover you had this gift? And they refer to it as a gift as though it was handed as free. It's a present. You may have a knack for it, but it sure didn't come free, and it's not something that she was able to do without working at it and applying herself.
Tessa grew up in the Caribbean and shocked many members of the community with her uncanny second sight. Thousands of kilometers away in Canada, Jeff remembers how as a child he was also fascinated by magic.
I can remember black and white television before, oh my God, before school. I probably 5 years old, 4 years old, and seeing a man with balloons laid out in a row on a piece of dowel, and he had a tuxedo and a pin, and as he popped each balloon, there was a bird inside. And from that moment on, I've always been interested in magic.
After college, Jeff made a living as a magician and radio announcer and hired Tessa, who was then modeling in Canada, to help him with one of his shows.
And that was supposed to be just one show, but eventually I started getting other bookings. Within a couple of years, it turned out to be a full-time job for both of us. So we got a job on a cruise ship, and we went away for the cruise ship booking and never looked back.
The cruise ship was also the beginning of a romantic partnership that has flourished for over 20 years. Gradually, the show changed from magic to pure mind power. Jeff's skills are so honed that during our interview, by the sheer strength of his thoughts, he willed this key to turn over. I supported his hand to ensure that his palm did not move.
And this is visualizing on my part, holding it as still as I can. Just by thinking, by focusing on it moving, it does it. It's the same.
The same sense of disbelief I felt was shared by local audience members. In their show, not only was Tessa able to correctly identify names, telephone numbers and photographs, but even the serial numbers on a banknote while blindfolded on stage.
2.
Yes?
9.
Oh my word.
4.
Oh my word, again.
Many more to come, I think. Is it 8?
Yes.
Peter 3.
Yes.
An 8.
Yes.
And then a 5.
Oh my God.
Can you?
I can feel the love.
Okay.
Tessa, what do you say you do? Do you read thoughts?
I think you've actually coined it perfectly, because people actually call what we might do as mind readers, and so that would mean I read minds, but really it's more thoughts, and it must be direct, and it must be more specific. So I help to direct you to bring your thoughts in alignment with where I think I can connect with you, and then I know I'll have some success. For me, it's more sound than pictures. In other words, it's more as though I hear someone telling me or saying to me.
Craig would know the tricks of the trade, but he is also at a loss to explain how their technique works.
Jeff and Tessa don't claim to be psychic, and they don't say they have supernatural powers. They don't employ secret assistants, and they don't make use of concealed electronic devices. In fact, they say that they will actually pay $25,000 to anyone who proves otherwise.
To date, no one has been able to discredit them. However, performing at casinos around the world, they do get a lot of requests for gambling tips and lotto numbers. Are you banned from casinos?
Well, they haven't done it here, so
Yes.
I don't think it's possible to read a machine's mind, but it's
Yes.
more of an intuitive level. She's put, a $1 coin and a couple of $1,000 will come out of the machine. If they see her do that once, that's it. We're not allowed in the
No
casino
more.
anymore.
The duo has won many international awards, including the prestigious Siegfried and Roy's Sarmati Award. They claim they have a 95% success rate, but are they able to read all of our thoughts?
Nobody can walk into a room and know exactly what you're thinking. They may pick up body language. They may know if you're hiding something, telling the truth, or trying not to tell the truth, but they couldn't possibly know what you're thinking unless you're willing and you're guided in such a way.
The person may be skeptical, but that's okay, because you can just feel that they're the right one, because they'll be more blown away than a person that really already believes.
As staunch unbelievers, we decided to do an independent experiment to test their skills, and drew a picture before the interview in the morning. I held the picture while she tried to identify my skillful artistic interpretation of a lion.
Would the drawing be more a masculine connection?
Yes,
Okay. Demonstrating what men represent in most societies. Does this make sense by what I'm saying? It's not a man. It's
No.
not a man. No. But would you say by whatever the drawing is, it might give that kind of representation?
Yes.
Okay. Let me stay on that thought, because that's the strongest feeling I got. And I would say that I feel a connection to South Africa.
Yes.
Okay. And living energy again, but not human, this time an animal.
Yes.
Feline energy makes me think about a cat, and makes me think about a pride and energy about a lion. Does this make any sense?
Yes. You cannot actually get closer than that. It's a bad drawing, but there it is.
Just how do they do it?